Hello, this is Gabriel Morrison, and this time I'm doing activity 6-3, configuring a Radius server. Alright, so I'm on server 1. Opening up the network policy server. We want to change this to Radius server for dial-up or VPN connections. And now we're starting the wizard. And we're doing a VPN, so you do not select dial-up, you select virtual private network connections. We're going to go ahead and add our client. We're going to go ahead and leave this blank so that it applies to all users. And we're going to leave these all selected. And we're not naming our realm. Now we're going to switch to 411 server 2. Go to the routing and remote access I'm going to the properties for server 2. And in the security, I want to go to Radius Authentication. Now we're doing the same thing on the accounting. I'm going to go ahead and pause the video until this finishes loading. And it finished loading as I was hitting pause. Alright. Now we're going to restart the remote access service. Alright, and now we're going to go over to server 1. We need to create a VPN client and connect it to server 2. Alright, I'm back. You may notice the time down here has changed because I had to pause the video recording and go take care of some stuff real quick. Let's see, where am I? To restart, okay, it restarted. 411 server 1 create a VPN client and connect it to 411 server 2. And okay, I'm on server 1. I need to create a VPN connection similar to how I did in the last video. I believe this is the correct one. If not, I'll go back and redo it. So I must have used the wrong IP address. I imagine it would have already connected if it was going to. I want to pause the video, double check my settings, and before I change anything, I'll start the video again. Okay, so before I mess with any settings, I'm just going to, I think that might be an issue, but I'll go ahead and make sure I did not type this in correctly. Alright, so it's not going to connect this time either. I think I might have put in the wrong IP address. So let's just go ahead and connect. Start a new one. And that's also incorrect. So I'm going to go back through my steps and see what I messed up on. I'm going to check my settings from my last video as well. Because it does say if you run into issues with the setup, refer back to the previous activity that we made a video on, so that's what I'm going to do. I wonder if that might be the IP address I need to put in. I was just going off of one it gave me earlier. Let's go ahead and try that one, because it's not going to hurt anything if it's wrong. And it should help me remember which one to use in the future. No, that's still connection 2. So let's see if the third time's a charm. And it's probably not going to work, so let me look at my settings in server 2. So that should be one of those two, and I've tried both. So if that's not where I made the mistake, then I don't know where, unless I'm typing it in incorrectly. But same error I got last time when I was typing the wrong username in. Why is that limited? I'm going to keep this recording. If it ends up being ridiculously long before I figure out my issue, I'll try to edit some of it out if my software is still under trial. What? No, I don't want to do that. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and pause the video while I check the steps from activity 5-3. I'll be back hopefully in a couple minutes. Okay, so I'm going to attempt changing these settings like I had me do for 5-3. I'm going to write it down so if I mess it all up, I can return it back to normal, or at the end of this exercise I can return it back to what it was. And I'm sorry if this video ends up really long, but I definitely know it should work, and it's something I'm doing to make it not work, so I'm going to work at it until it works. Let's see if I can say work anymore. Let's see, had me leave this blank. And that was also blank. DNS server, this is empty. Local IP address will be configured as primary DNS address because Microsoft DNS server is installed on this machine. Okay, cool. I feel like I was just reading Japanese a little bit. No, I'm just kidding. I kind of understood it. Alright, so I'm going to try using the Windows 8 computer. I'm wondering if, because I didn't save the videos from the class recording and they're no longer available, I'm wondering if we were told to use Windows 8 instead of the Server 1. The book says use Server 1, so that's what I've been trying. Let me try on Windows 8. But now that I messed this settings on Server 1, I may have just messed it all up. So let me try this, and then I'll try doing, if it doesn't work, I'll change the settings on Server 1. Actually, these both worked. It didn't make much sense to be trying it on Server 1, but that's what the book said, so. But it's still connecting, so it's probably not going to work. Well, while that is not working, I'm going to go back here and change this back to what, oh, it's already there. That's odd, it didn't save my settings. Maybe that was the issue. Okay, let me double check that with what I've written down here. just to make sure, but that looks like what it was. Yep, that is the same. So let's go back and see. Yes, error 800. I know. Let's try this one. I know that one worked. Other side is not asking for my credentials. Maybe it's because the whole setting server went up to verify it. I think I'd have to type the password in. I'm going to attempt all of this. Automatically use my Windows logon name and password and domain. Sure. Protocols you have selected include PAP and or CHAP. If one of these negotiated, data encryption will not occur. Yes. And look at that. And it did not work. Someone go ahead and pause this again so you're not watching a ridiculously long video. I mean, it's already longer than it should be, but I will be back once I figure out something else to try. Okay, so I'm going to just attempt creating a new network. I'm not having much luck with anything else. Now look at that, same error. Okay, let's change adapter settings. The third one, properties, security. I'm gonna try this first. Username. Maybe I'm just using the wrong username. I don't think so though. So I just realized my mic was turned off. Trying to go back through my settings on server 2. Primary radius server. I feel like that's going to be server 1, since that's what we set it up for, but I'm going through the book real quick. Okay, so I'll try this. I feel like I may have missed a step somewhere. Okay, so I got an error last time that I didn't get this time. Same thing happened with the last video, and it didn't work until I went and redid it. Same settings, and it worked without that error code. So now I've got that set up. I'm going to go to configure routing and remote access to use radius authentication. Click tools, routing remote access. Okay, I'm already there. Left pane, open as properties dialog box. Go to security, radius authentication configure, add 41. No, gotta click back in here. 411 server 1. Okay. 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 Same thing here. Add 411 server 1. Gotta share a secret. Okay, okay. And I froze it. There we go. Oh no, it's frozen again. Alright. Now, all tasks. Restart. And get this lovely little analog clock. Okay, So now those settings have been reviewed and redone. Let's got all three of them. Make sure I type that right. 203.0.11.3.1. Yep. Oh, disconnected. Did not work. Probably the same error code. Let's try 2. If neither of these work, then I have to throw in the towel for now. Submit the video as is and go back to it when I have more time. It's not going to connect. Not sure what I'm doing wrong here. Nope, didn't work. And this one won't work either. Alright, so I am officially throwing in the towel. It should be connected. Don't know what I'm doing wrong. Reviewed pretty much everything that I can think of. So I'm going to end the video, submit it, and come back to this when I have a little more time to mess with it. Maybe I'll see it from a different angle and realize what I did, but this is it for now. If I figure it out, get it correct, and can replicate it on a recording, and I can resubmit it, that's what I'll do. But sticking with error 800 for now.